Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. So, what do you say? What do you say to that nice man? Now, if that was your mother asking you, how would you respond? Or if that was you asking your child, how would you expect them to respond? They would say, oh, thank you. Or they might just say, I said thank you. Either way, for a long time, whether I was the one that was uttering this line to my kids or I was the receiver of a child's resulting thank you, the routine just feels off. It felt off. It wasn't just that most kids, including my own, sounded insincere in their thanks. The exchange felt somehow misguided, mechanical, lacking. Are we coaching our kids to say thank you as merely a habit, akin to brushing teeth or clearing their dishes from the table? That is merely a behavior to be practiced at certain times? If so, is that been impacting us as well? Is that something that's become societal? In spite of all of that, there is nothing more impactful than those simple words when said with true feeling. Years ago, I received a note from the estimable and legendary John Wooden, and it said the following: Dear Lee, it is a simple one-syllable word that is often used without true feeling. But when used with sincerity, no collection of words can be more expressive or meaningful than, and in big bold letters with an exclamation point, thanks. Now, that has meant so much to me, and I felt it in the moment. You see, but gratitude is a spontaneous feeling. Yet, increasingly, research is demonstrating its value as a practice. A practice, that is, making conscious efforts to express meaningful thankfulness. So we practice it. Rather than practicing meaningless gratitude, we practice meaningful gratitude. Recently, Lori sent me an article. I don't remember where it came from. I tried to find it, but the message has lingered. And it's all about how you can make gratitude a practice. And the suggestion, bottom line, was just two words. When you start to say thank you, pause before you say it and see if you can't replace or insert just two words. I'm grateful. Thank you, I'm grateful. Or just I'm grateful. It opens the door to say what you're grateful for. My father and I had a respectful relationship. I don't remember him saying many words of affection, let alone thank you. But there is a moment I will never forget. He called me into his room, and we were traveling through and just spending a few minutes there. And he said, Lee, I have something I want to tell you. I said, what's that, Pop? I just want to tell you thank you. I said, thank you? For what, Pop? And then he used those two words, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything that I've learned from you. It's made me a better person. Now, how can you ever forget those words and in that moment? 2 days later, we got a call saying that he had had a cluster stroke. Less than a week after that, he passed away. That was my last conversation with my dad. Now for our practice. How might we make it even better? Think about what happens when you receive sincere praise, when you receive praise. Genuine recognition rewards effort and accomplishment. It builds self-esteem and confidence in you. It boosts your motivation and enthusiasm. You feel better about your effort. You feel better about yourself. Well, the same thing happens when you offer genuine praise. Praise that isn't rote, it isn't automatic, and it isn't reflexive. It's praise that reflects what you actually feel. And that makes a real difference in the other person's life, which then leaves you feeling a little better about yourself as well, because it always feels good to know that you made a difference in someone else's life. So instead of saying something like, thanks for staying late, you could say, I'm so grateful you volunteered to stay late yesterday. You saved me from having to call the customer to say we were going to miss the deadline. Generic praise is nice, but specific praise is wonderful. Don't just tell someone they did a good job. Tell them how they did a good job. You know, it's not finding gratitude that matters most. It's remembering to look in the first place. And that only comes from practice. As you consciously practice principles of gratitude, these acts of gratitude evolve into habits. As you nurture those habits evolve into traits. Your true character. Gratitude then becomes a light that unconsciously illuminates others, giving them a courage to do the same. Can we take gratitude viral? I don't know. Maybe you could send somebody a copy of this video and share it with them and then tell them why you're grateful for them. Use the 2 words, I am grateful, and then fill it in. I'm going to reach out this week and do that. Have a meaningful week. Make it deliberate. And I'll talk to you next week.